we go. So we're looking through the alternate examples from 4.1. We left off doing some selection. And now we're going to come up with a simple random sample of 500 books for this situation. She wants to know the average number of pages in all the books in the library. She's got 20,000 books. Whew. Each shelf holds about 50 books each. You want to select a random sample of 500 books. Alright. So we're just going to do a simple random sample of 500 books. And we're having to describe that or explain how we do that. It would look like this. Number the books. One through 20,000. That would be step one. The next step would be to randomly select wow. Let's actually talk about using the calculator to do it. So we're going to do numbers. We don't want to put the comma in there. So I didn't put the comma in there, so it didn't look like a comma combination. We wanted 500 books. Son of a gun. And then we could just say the 15 number selections. Well, spelling is not on my side today. Alright, cool, there we go. I did A, I explained it. When you're explaining these, you want to explain it to someone as if they had no idea. Like when you write it out, you have to do it as if a person who had no idea what you're talking about would be able to just execute that. Okay? Alright. How would we select a stratified random sample of 500 books? Okay, and so this is where it gets much more interesting. So if we were to stratify this sample, what will we stratify by? It looks like we have, we've got bookshelves. That's not really, doesn't really tell me which books are different. But we do have, these would be our strata. Fiction, biography, and so on. I don't like that. I would like to know exactly what kinds there are. Okay. Maybe we just stratify fiction and nonfiction. Because maybe in nonfiction books have a tendency to be longer overall, right? So if we accidentally got a lot of nonfiction books, we might misrepresent the total number of pages because we got too many books that kind of have more pages based on what kind of a book they are. So let's make our two strata, fiction and nonfiction. All right, so we're going to separate the books. That's going to be according to fiction and nonfiction. And then we can randomly sample so we're going to randomly select 250 books. We're going to do that from each of the categories, or each of the strata that we made. I think that's good. We already talked about how we would use the process of random selection. We could use our calculator. So we go yeah, so there's no way for me to know. I can't actually be super specific about how we would do that process of random selection because I don't know how many fiction books there are, and I don't know how many nonfiction books there are. So I can't say, hey, number the nonfiction books 1 through 10,000 because I have no idea if there are actually 10,000 of them or not. So I'm just going to have to say randomly select 250 books from each strata. And I believe that's what we needed was 500 books, right? Yeah, okay. And we talked about why we would choose that choice of strata. I'll actually write it down. So we chose fiction and nonfiction. Why do we do that? Because nonfiction books might have more pages. And I think we might have answered the question. I have a tendency when I'm given a question, just to kind of do the meat and potatoes of it and then forget the little stuff. Cool. I think we did good. All right. How would we select a cluster sample of 500 books? And we'll justify our choice of clusters and talk about why the librarian might want to choose a cluster sample. Okay. So how would we do a cluster sample? In this case, we know that you got bookshelves with 50 books. Is that correct? Yeah. So we've got shelves that hold about 50 books. Hopefully there are more like exactly 50 books. If we need to get a sample of exactly 500, we'll see. But that's what my clusters are going to be. My clusters will be bookshelves. I guess I could capitalize at the beginning. Does it tell me how many shelves there are? No, it just says. Alright. Shelves. Shelves? Yeah. Shelves. Yeah, that's the way I remember how to spell stuff. I'm like,
Spell it wrong.
no, I
Say it.
say it how it should sound if it was actually Shelves. That is spelled Shelves. Okay. Like pterodactyl is spelled pterodactyl. That's how you remember it. I don't know. So our clusters will be shelves. We'll have to number the shelves. I don't know how many there are, so we'll number them. Whoa. Okay. We'll number the shelves, and then randomly select. We'll randomly select 10 shelves. I am so struggling spelling that word today. I don't know why. It's one of those things where, you know, when you say a word too many times, it makes no sense. That's happening here right now. Shelves. Anyhow. I'm not sure why this librarian, why you would choose the shelves as clusters. I feel like if you got like reference books in that cluster, you would wind up with like one group of 50 that has tons and tons and tons of pages. So I'm not sure why you would want to do that. Maybe the librarian, I don't know. I just don't know why you would want to do that. Huh? Can you think of why? I don't understand. I don't know why you would want to use shelves, or why you would want to use bookshelves as a cluster. So I'll have to think on that. Is it convenient? Maybe. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that she doesn't have to go around the library so much. She only has to go to 10 different places in the library. So maybe the library is huge. But if it only has 20,000 books, it's probably not that. Yeah. Yeah, those places are weird. There are some very creepy places in like places where I was, and I was like, it's so weird being here. I probably watched Ghostbusters. But okay. There we go. Wow. Yeah. This woman published a book entitled Women in Love, A Cultural Revolution in Progress. She claimed 70% of women who had been married 5 years or more were having extramarital affairs. That's bad news. That's 7 out of 10. That means that if you're in a room of 10 married women, only 3 of them have not had an affair. That's a little high. I hope. So she gave a survey to 100,000 women. And they were based on the 4,500 women who responded. Wow. So this is a very small percentage of people who respond. What was the non-response rate? So we'll have to look at that. We'll look at how many people did not respond. I don't feel like doing math today because it's Monday. All right, so it looks like we had 95,500 out of the 100,000 that did not respond. So we had 5. or 95% of respondents, 95.5%. You'd say they did not respond, right? So I have a feeling that people that answered, that the majority of people that were willing to answer this question were not only okay, and not only had extramarital affairs, but were fairly okay with it. So they were like, yes, I do it. Huh? You're guilty by not answering? Because you're too busy and you don't care. You're like, why am I being asked this question? Whatever, move on. See, I have the problem of being a statistics teacher, and so when I am asked for survey data, I feel very compelled to answer honestly, because I want them to get one good solid data point. I don't know. I wonder, there's like for Instagram, there is you can get an app that you can increase your followers. And you have to like answer all these surveys and stuff like that. And for every survey that you answer, they'll send out. They actually like require people to follow you on Instagram. It's really weird the way the program works. My daughter showed me, and I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm filling out surveys. I was like, what? Okay. So you gotta wonder, like, how good that data really is, you know? Because I would imagine if you're trying to get more money, or you're trying to get more likes or follows on Instagram, you just go through that thing as quickly as possible. Doesn't matter. It's not going to come back on you or anything, hopefully. And so you just go through it. So I don't know. But I feel like this is that kind of thing. You send out a survey. Most people don't really care about it. Maybe these women had to get something off their chest. That is it. Wow. That's it. That was 4.1. Now you guys are ready.